does March 26th, what does March 26th mean to you?
I just, I'm on cheat because it's already on my damn screen. 30 years since Eazy been gone.
Man, was it 1995?
I believe so.
Wow, man, 30 years, Lonzo. Talk to me, dog. Let's just go from there. 30 years, man.
Dude, that was a crazy, man. I'm sitting getting a little shiver right now, man, because that dude, I saw him, a few months before he went in the hospital. If I ain't mistaken, we did a video. In fact, my nephew, who's in the video, today is his birthday also. I got to give him a call. Josh Milwaukee, much love to your nephew. He was in the video because Eazy had did something in Compton, so he wanted to do something else. They wouldn't let him do it, so I arranged for him to do a fire video because also I think Train they got people that died at the same something like that also, and he'd do a fire video. And I have to think it wasn't very long between the two times, and shortly after that he was gone. Okay, because we talked about this. Me and my nephew talked about this. He did a video, and this time, shortly after that, he was gone, and it didn't seem real. It just didn't seem real. It didn't seem right. I remember it was a very sad time, man. I never go to hospitals on those kind of situations. But I remember seeing all the people at the hospital, and folks were there, crying, and some niggas had demo tapes too, though. They was like, I don't believe it. I'm gonna break my cassette. Don't know who because people did that back in the day. Niggas brought their demos everywhere for fear they, just in case they run into somebody that can heard their shit. Rappers that damn powerful. People kept their demos in their pockets. I got so many, I started charging cats to listen to them. But yeah, man, it was a cold situation because nobody understood what happened, man. He had bronchitis, went in the hospital, and shit. 10 days later, he was dead. 2 weeks later, I don't know. I don't know the exact timeline, but it didn't make sense to anybody because nobody thought it was going to happen. Nobody, he's in the hospital, be out, huh? What? Yeah, dude. And K-Day was still around. Everybody was on the radio. I believe K-Day. Yeah, it was on either Power 106 or K-Day talking about it. It was a big deal, dude. It was it was like a cloud fell over the city, dude. A cloud fell over hip hop. Yeah, that's real shit. Yep. Delcy, did you freeze? I think you did. But yeah, when you think about 30 years in the game, man, and 30 years from that happening, and you just look at all the effects of what has happened since then. How many folks have died senselessly since then? And he was one of the only ones from a major perspective that died of natural causes. And that was like the beginning of the whole superstars of hip hop starting to check out of here. Between violence and most of them died through, as my boy called it, lead poisoning. But Eazy was one of the few ones that died from natural causes. And again, that's always been under debate from the hip hop community. Why, how? Magic had announced his a few years before that. Magic still here kicking it right to this day with no signs of HIV. And I don't know who he went to. They say he went to Dr. Sabi. I'm not sure, but I know it just don't seem right, dude. It just don't seem right. And the brothers missed. And people thought we didn't get along because we were always clowning each other. Eazy was a very funny dude, very funny. Always had a very quick wit. Always had something smart to say, and I did too. But we respected each other. And like I said before, many times in the past, of all the cats I've worked with, he's the only one that ever came back to the house. I ain't mad at nobody because you didn't come back, but he's the only one that came back. He was here not long before he died. He was the only one that we ever hung out with after the fact. When he blew up, we still was tight. You know, he never forgot. And maybe that could have been part of his demise, man. I don't know. But it just, when you sit back and you think about it now, I'm glad somebody brought it up. It didn't really ring a bell with me. But tomorrow will be 30 years. And where'd the time go, man? Where'd the time go? Speaking going someplace. Where the fuck did Dusty go? Dusty go? I'm here by myself, folks. You're live on Lonzo, this Lonzo show. Dusty had to step off. I guess he was doing some internet things. I'm gonna go to the chat room and see what else was here today for us to kick it about. Chat room was on fire, man. Dusty says his internet is tripping. He's still tripping. Yeah. That was on Easy. Yeah, okay. Gary's Garage. Salute. Much love to you folks. Yeah, man, it's just and I think about all the cats, man, some of the most powerful people in hip hop are no longer here. And some even if those who are still here, they have gotten silenced for the seem like they have been silenced. Maybe it's the way the music is distributed these days. If you don't have a Spotify account or some other streaming platform, you don't get the same inundation that we got back in the day. What I mean by that is, if you had a hit record, it was everywhere. It was on K-Day, Power 106, Kiss FM, and and we only had FM radio and AM radio. So K-Day played it, and all the other stations played it, and even sometimes some non-black stations would play it as well. And it gave you a sense of inundation because it was saturation through inundation. And nowadays, that can't happen because everything is based on a streaming channel, and nobody hears the same thing at the same time. It's very seldom that people hear the same thing at the same time. And I was just talking about how music has been diluted so much, whereas back in the day when somebody did something, had a good album, you heard about it, you saw it, you read about it. You know, you think with all the communication we have today that there would be more saturation of a particular song. You don't hear songs. I'm sorry, let me back up. They're Not Like Us is the first song in a long time I've heard that was everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in commercials. It's on the internet. It's everywhere. There are people doing renditions of it. That's the first time I've heard that in decades, man. The last time a song was like that for me was Happy, or even Robin Thicke's song. That was another song that it was everywhere all the time, and that's why I think Marvin Gaye's family came after him. That was right before we had the platforms, but they had not really taken over the delivery of music the way they have now. So everybody got the platform, Spotify, whatever the case may be, and so there's no saturation. There's only saturation if you subscribe to a certain platform. Whereas back in the day, we had radio, celestial radio, that gave everybody that same concentration. So you knew the music that was hot because it was everywhere. You couldn't get away from it. Now, it'll slide right past you. I heard LL Cool J had a great album. I've heard a couple of songs. I don't subscribe to Spotify, so I don't know. It's not on my playlist in my car because maybe I could download it. I just haven't. But I didn't buy the album, buy the CD, so I could rip it, so I can put it in my playlist. So I got to tie into Spotify. I'm not gonna do all that. That's just me.
Now, not necessarily. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Oops. Not necessarily on this show, but what is the most common question you get asked in your personal life about Eazy E?
Was y'all really cool? Because I always tell the story of how how him and Dre came to the club. I ran both of them off. You know, they wouldn't dress right, and he talked shit. I talked shit back to him. You know, I think I said this before while you were off the air. Eazy and I always bumped heads from a friendly perspective. We weren't buddy, buddy, buddy. But when he asked me something, if he asked me for something, if I could do it, I would do it. We had different. We come from different sides of the streets. I'm a baby boomer. He's a Gen X, whatever they are, and we saw things through different lenses, but we still had a respect for each other. You know, everything he got prior to meeting Jerry Heller, he got through me, including meeting Jerry Heller. So I couldn't have disliked the dude. But again, people want to always pit people against each other. No, just because we didn't see eye to eye on every damn thing. I pull my pants up, I wear belts, and I didn't wear big T-shirts, you know. But he's still talking to the brother. He was super cool. Been to his houses in Paramount. He came by here months before he was here at my house. Like I said before, he was the only one that was here before anybody else. And everybody, he was the only one that blew up that would still come out of pad and just kick it. Only one. He would use my house sometimes as a point of connection with the twins, Jake and John. You know, I found our video that day from Eazy's from Eazy Street. Man, I found a bunch of shit in those last couple of days, dude. I'm gonna cut some of the stuff up and bring a new section to the show. Just got to find time to do it.
Heck yeah, let me know if you need some help, man. I don't mind coming over and helping you out a bit.